and welcome back. How are you this week? As I was planning my videos, I realized that I might be going too fast. And I had to tell myself, Michal, you need to slow down. Maybe you also need to share with your parents about the basic stuff. And what I mean about that I was sharing about STDs, about exposure to sexually explicit content. But what I didn't share with you is the basic question. The question that most teenagers are asking on sex ed class, which is, how are babies made? Do you also want to know the answer? So this is really something that many parents are struggling with, and they might feel discomfort or insecure about how to actually answer that question, how to say the right answer, and how to not make any mistakes or not share too much information. There are many questions that parents have when they're thinking about how to answer that question, and many of them are actually choosing at the end to avoid that conversation, or maybe share stories or not really tell the correct information. I want to start by saying that children as early as 8 years old should know the answer of how our baby is made. They can understand the concept. They are grown up enough to really understand that, and also they need this information so we can make sure and they can make sure that they can protect themselves if needed. And if your child is a teenager and you haven't started that talk with them yet, it's never too late. And I want to encourage you to start the conversation and actually start by asking them what they know. What's the answer that they will provide? Because you might be surprised that they might know all the information, and also they might have misinformation that you definitely need to address. And when they share, I also want to encourage you to ask them where they got the information from. They might be from school, sex ed in school, they might be from friends, they might be from the internet, but that could really give you an idea where your child is getting the information about sex ed from. Yes, it might be awkward conversation for both of you, but it can also open up a new way of connection and trust that you can build with your child that will last for as they grow up and as they go through their puberty years. Wouldn't you want that? I want to share with you a few tips on how to open up the conversation about the question, how are babies made? So number one is use the correct body parts. Use the words penis and vulva and vagina. If it's uncomfortable for you to say those words, I totally get it. You are not the only parent who feel like that. And you actually might want to practice it before. Say penis a few times. Say vulva or vagina a few times. Penis, penis, penis. Vulva, vulva, vulva. Maybe in front of the mirror even. And also, I do realize, and I do the same, that many parents use nicknames for those body parts. And this is very common, but it's important for teenagers to also start using the correct body parts for their own safety, and so they can take care of their own health. And the best way to have them start doing it is that if we will start modeling it ourselves. Tip number 2, keep it as simple as possible and share accurate information. Don't get it overcomplicated in your head. Ask them what they already know so you'll get a clear picture of what they know and you can address misinformation. It could sound as simple as biological male produce sperms in the testicles and biological female produce eggs in the ovaries. When people, and that's where you add your values and your expectations, when is the right time to have sex. So when people blank have sex, the penis go into the vagina and release sperm. If a sperm meets an egg, they travel together to the uterus, and that's where a fetus, and at the end becomes a baby, is being created and grow. So that was my words, but you should definitely use your own words to explain that, but just make it as simple. Tip number 3. I love to use other resources, and I love to offer other parents to use other resources when they go and have that conversation. So one of the options is also to use actual images of the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system as I'm sharing with you now. So you can really go show them and explain. Another option is to use books. Books are very helpful for me and also for other parents. I love Robbie Harris' books. It's so amazing, or for older kids, it's perfectly normal. That could be a great way for you to read a chapter a day and really go over information that you want and should talk to your child about and really create a conversation. You can just do a page a day, a chapter a day, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And tip number 4 is I want you to remember that this is not a one-time conversation. It's an ongoing conversation. And you can start slow and allow your child to ask questions and listen to their answers so you can continue the conversation and really, get connected to what your child want to know and what they really need. Okay, I hope it was beneficial for you. My name is Michal Cohen. I'm a sex educator, and I empower parents to have open and honest conversation with their teenagers about sex and sexuality using their own message. And I also want to hear back from you. I want to know what additional information you want to hear about, you want to learn more, you want me to go a little deeper so I can share the information with you. Until next time, stay safe and be well. Bye-bye.